Here are the top 50 songs that you can play with just 2 chords on the guitar. When I was learning the guitar, I always wished that I had a list like this of just 2 chord practices that I could play. Because one of the most important things you can be doing when you're learning your chords is to practice pairs going back and forth between those 2 individual positions. So I want you to treat these songs as though they're just 2 chord practices with individual unique strumming patterns, but every single song in this list can be played all of the way through with just 2 chords. So I encourage you, once you learn it, to throw on the track in the background and try to play along with the entire song, working on your stamina as well as your chord changes. To my knowledge, this is one of the largest 2-chord lists that's ever been compiled on the internet, so without any further ado, here are the top 50 2-chord songs that you can play. 505 by the Arctic Monkeys, which uses the chords D minor and E minor, strumming down, up, mute, up. Dreams by Fleetwood Mac, which uses this version of F major 7 and this version of G, which you can strum a little like this. Down, down, up, 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 down, down, up, down, 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 up, 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 down, down, up, down. Horse with No Name by America, which uses the chords E minor and this version of D. And you could strum with the down, down, up, down, up, 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 down. Born in the USA by Bruce Springsteen, which you can play with the B chord and the E major chord. Or if that's a little hard, you can put a capo here on the 4th fret, and you can play the G chord and the C chord, with a strumming pattern like down, down, up, down, up. Feelin' Alright by Traffic or Joe Cocker, but you can play with the chords C and F, or the Joe version with C7 and F7. You can strum something like this: down, 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 up, up, down, down, down. Paperback Writer by the Beatles, which just uses the chords C and G7. You can strum with the down, down, up, down, up pattern. And also Eleanor Rigby by the Beatles, which just uses C and E minor, which you could literally strum with just downs. And then if you want, for all the lonely people, you could add a pinky to that E minor to create an E minor 7 with the 3rd fret on the B string, and then move it down to the 2nd fret on the B string. Something in the Way by Nirvana, which just uses E minor and C over G. And you can strum with the down, 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 up, down, down, down. Break On Through to the Other Side by The Doors, which you can play with the chords E minor and D major, strumming something like down, 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 up, 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 down, down. And if it's a little too fast to switch those chords, you could try just playing E minor and then removing your bottom finger for the D chord. Or literally removing both fingers. During the chorus, you'll still want to do that D chord. Which you can play with literally just the C minor chord and a strumming pattern like down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. But if that gets a little boring for you, you could throw in this B flat here for a brief moment just to add a little movement. that's a little too hard for you, you can put the capo on the 3rd fret and instead play the A minor chord. Which, if it gets a little boring to you, you can try to strum a little bit of the strings without any of your fingers on it to create kind of a G major sound for a brief second, like this. Jane Says by Jane's Addiction, which you can play using the chords G and A with a strumming pattern of down, down, up, down, down, up, 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 down, up, down, up. Heartbreak Warfare by John Mayer, which you can play with the chords A major and D major, and a strumming pattern of down, 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 up, up, down, 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 up. When you reach the chorus playing the A major, you can also add your thumb or an additional finger to the top on the 2nd fret to get the best sound out for this song. Play it one time through the strum pattern and then let go of that extra note. What I Got by Sublime, which you can play with the chords D major and G major, and you can strum with a pattern of down, down, up, up, down. And you can also arpeggiate by plucking through the strings if you want it to match the original recording. Circles by Post Malone, which you can play with the chords C major 7 and F major 7, and a strumming pattern of down, 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 up, 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 down, 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 up. And you can match the original chording a little bit better if you take that C major 7, lifting it and moving it to the 2nd fret of the A string and nothing else, and then going to the F major 7 afterwards. Deja Vu by Olivia Rodrigo, which you can play with the chords D major and A major. Just strum downs in the rhythm of the song. And if you want to add in a little bit extra, you can take this D chord and alternate between the middle finger being on the chord and the middle finger being off the chord to create this sound from the song. You can do the same thing with whatever you're using for the bottom finger of your A chord, either the 3rd finger here or the pinky, alternating on and off. Tennessee Whiskey by Chris Stapleton, which you can play with the chords A major and B minor. Or if you struggle with bar chords, you can play it with a capo on the 2nd fret, playing the G major chord and the A minor chord instead, with a strumming pattern of down, 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 up, down, up. Wide World by Reckless Eric can be played with the E major chord and the A major chord with just a bunch of down strums in the rhythm of the song. You can also lightly palm mute it by taking the palm of your hand and placing it right below the end of the strings near the bridge, so you get this sound out instead. Roadrunner by the Modern Lovers uses the D major chord and the A major chord with just 2 hits of D, and then the A chord being strummed down, up, mute, up. Garden Grove by Sublime uses the chords A major and G major with a strumming pattern of down, 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 up, down, 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 up. The song Heroin by the Velvet Underground can be played with a capo on the 4th fret of your acoustic guitar and the A major chord and the D major chord. And you can strum a down, down, up, down, up pattern. Or pluck through the chords a little bit for a more authentic sound. Troublemaker by Weezer, which you can play in the original key by putting a capo on the 4th fret of your guitar and then learning these 2 chords, E major and A major. And then from there, all you need is a strumming pattern of down, up, down, up. You can add in one more down as a muted strum by covering the strings in between the E and the A chord for extra effect. Fire on the Mountain by the Grateful Dead. You can play with the 2 chords B major and A major, and a strumming pattern of down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down. Again, you can add some muted strums in there if you'd like to add a little bit more rhythm. If you're struggling to play those chords, you can just put a capo on the 2nd fret and replace the B chord with A major now, and replace the A major chord with G, which is a lot easier to play. Molly's Lips by Nirvana, or originally by Vaselines, which you can play with the 2 easy chords G major and C major, and the strumming pattern down, down, up, down, up, down, up. If you struggle making the transitions that fast, you can actually just use the G and the C add 9 chords, so all you have to do is use first 2 fingers and move them down a string each time. Use Me by Bill Withers. You can play with these 2 chords, E minor 7 and A7, and a strumming pattern of down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up. Which you can selectively mute with your right hand as you're playing the song to create more of that rhythmic space that you hear in the original track. Wilco, Misunderstood, which you can play with the 2 chords D major and G major, and a simple strumming pattern of down, 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 up. You can fill in the gaps with a little extra strumming if you'd like, and remember that after 3 times of D to G, it reverses to G to D. Memphis, Tennessee by Chuck Berry, which you can play with the 2 chords D flat 7 and F sharp 7. And a simple boom chick rhythm of down, 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 up, down, up, where every other down is isolating just the lower bass note to create that rhythmic sound. If you have trouble playing bar chords, you can put a capo on the 4th fret and replace the D flat 7 with A7, and replace the F sharp 7 with D7. And if you have troubles with the strumming pattern, you can replace it with just a simple down, down, up strum. Unknown Legend by Neil Young, which you can play with the two chords G major and C major, and a simple strumming pattern of down, down, up, down, up, just playing the G chord 5 times in a row and then the C chord once. And when it gets to the chorus, just play the C chord for half of a bar and go right back to the G chord. Cowboy Movie by David Crosby. But you can play with the two chords E minor 7 and A major, and a strumming pattern of down, 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 up, down, down, down. If you want to add a little more authenticity, you can try to take that second fret on the B string and shift it up to the third fret on the second half of the A chords bar. Astral Weeks by Van Morrison, which you can play with the two chords A major and D major, and a strumming pattern of down, up, down, down, up, down, which looks a little something like this. For the chorus, you just play the A chord, but you can put your thumb onto this top F sharp note, the second fret on the top E string, and just alternate between on and off with the thumb. If you don't want to use your thumb, you can also just drag a first finger down there to help you out. Naked Sunday by the Stone Temple Pilots, which you can play with the two chords A flat major and C major, and a very fast down, 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 up, down, 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 up strumming pattern. There's a lot of alternative ways to play this if you don't like bar chords, but one easy way you can try it is to take the C major chord down here and to just try one simple bar chord of the third fret on this top A string, and then just barring the first fret on the next 3 strings. It's a shape that's very similar to C, and it's the same A flat chord, but a lot easier to play. Or if you don't want any barring at all, you can put a capo on the third fret and play an F major 7 chord and then an A major chord to replace the C. Clint Eastwood by the Gorillaz, which you can play with a capo on the 6th fret and these two chords, A minor and B flat, by just plucking the first A string once and then strumming through the chord twice, then playing the E string once and strumming that A minor again. And you just play that progression 3 times, and on the 4th time you play the A minor one more time with the open A string, and then you play the F note, which is the first fret on the E string, and then you play this B flat. Suit and Tie by Justin Timberlake, which you can play with these two chords, E minor 9 and D major 7, and a strumming pattern of down, 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 up, down, down, down. White Trash Beautiful by Everlast, which is an easy acoustic song that just uses the A minor chord and the G major chord, and a strumming pattern of down, 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 up. And you can add in this little melody, which is 3-0 on E, 3-0 on B, 2-0 on G, and 2-0 on D while you're playing the chords. Tulsa Time by Eric Clapton, which you can play with just the A major chord and the D major chord. and a traditional blues rock strum, which you can do by just playing all down, following this pattern starting with A, reaching up to the 4th fret on the D string, and then back to the A chord. And then doing the same thing with the D chord, reaching your pinky up to the 4th fret on the G string. Or just strumming those chords by themselves. Jailhouse by Sublime, which just uses 2 chords, the D major and the E major, and you can strum down, down, up, up, down, down, down. Give Peace a Chance by John Lennon, which you can just play with the chords C major and G major, and a strumming pattern of down, 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 up, down, up. Planet Caravan by Black Sabbath, which you can just play with E minor and D major, and a strumming pattern of down, 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 up, down, up. It can sound even better if you can play E minor on the 7th fret of A and the 5th fret of D and play the whole 6 strings. And then play the D chord on the 5 of A and the 4 of D. Boys Around Here by Blake Shelton, which you can play with just the A major chord and the D major chord, and a down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up strumming pattern. You can also play it as bar chords if you want to get that sliding sound in there with the A chord here, and then slide up to D on the 10th fret. Blurred Lines by Robin Thicke, which you can play with the chords G major and D major, and a simple down, up, down, up, down, up strumming pattern where you mute the down and accentuate the up. Silence is Easy by Star Sailor, which you can play with the chords E major and A major, and just a simple down, 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 down strumming pattern. Sing by Ed Sheeran, which you can play by putting a capo on the 4th fret of your guitar and then using these 2 chords, E minor and A minor, and a strumming pattern of down, 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 up, 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 down, down, down. Moves Like Jagger by Maroon 5, which you can play with a capo all the way up on the 7th fret to get the original guitar sound, with an E minor chord and a pinky added to the 3rd fret of the high E string, and the same thing with A minor with a pinky added to the 3rd fret of the high A. And you can try this really fast strumming pattern of down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. Or you could strum something a little slower with down, down, up, down, up, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up. Achy Breaky Heart by Billy Ray Cyrus, which you can play with the chords A major and E major, and a strumming pattern of down, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up. Love by Led Zeppelin, which you can play with the 2 chords E minor and D major, which you can strum by just doing a bunch of really fast down and then doing 3 big down strums on the D chord. Definitely check out the guitar riff that goes along with it. Jambalaya by Hank Williams, which you can play with the chords C major and G7, and a strumming pattern of down, down, up over these chords, slightly muting it with the palm of your hand. Dance the Night Away by the Mavericks, which you can play with the chords E major and B7, and a simple strumming pattern of just down, up, down, ups over those chords. Oye Como Va by Santana, which you can play with the chords A minor 7 and D7, and a simple strumming pattern of just downs but played like this. Down, 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 down. Lady in Black by Uriah Heep, you can play with the chords A minor and G, strumming pattern of down, down, up, down, up, down, up. Fallin by Alicia Keys, which you can play with the chords E minor and B minor 7, and a strumming pattern of just downs played like this. Copperhead Road by Steve Earle, which you can play with the chords D major and D major, and a simple strumming pattern of down, down, up, down, up. If you guys have other 2-chord song suggestions, leave them in the comment sections below. You can support me for free on Patreon or check out my original music on Spotify with the links in my profile. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys for the next one.